fall. I already know that shit's gonna fall. Hot box. What up, bro? How you doing? What's up, fool? Spencer, how you doing, Brandon? Oh my gosh, thought I was lighting the wrong side. It is. Thank you for letting me know. I have to take it out of that. I'll try to speak up if anything. Just let me know. Moses, how's it going? I'm good, man. I'm good. Sorry, guys. I'm a little late. What's up, Ben? Bit of a different angle here. I forgot my fucking tripod in Colorado. So I'm doing it like Mickey Mouse style. Hopefully YouTube can hear me good. Welcome back. Colorado, I wouldn't say fun. I had a good time being with my homie. But I went there for business, so it was a business trip. It wasn't really like a leisure trip. I did get to do some fun stuff, but I mainly went there to make money, not spend any. And that's what I did. So I'm glad to be back though. Alright, IG sounds perfect. Hopefully YouTube sounds good. I think it sounds a little low. I think it sounds a little low on the volume because I have the case on it. But the case is the only thing that's propping it up. So I think that's like, I'm gonna have to do with that. I'm low-key gonna move this right now because it's in the sun. Fuck, dude. And I know it's gonna be like, oh, phone's heating up. So give me 1 second. I'm gonna just switch the angle. Alright, that's gonna have to do it. Fuck. Okay, cool. That angle's gonna be a bit fucked, so. There you go. Let me see that. And I just bought a case for my phone. It's coming in tomorrow, so little by little. Okay. Yeah, I wonder how I can fix this one. Okay. Okay, so what smokes good on my work trip? Thank you. So hold on, let me get to some other questions before Ben's, because how's it going? Moses, it's going very good. How are you, bro? Thank you for tuning in to the ritual. My name is Enzo. I'm back home. I'm back home from Colorado, so, and I'm doing really good. I'm doing really good, man. So thank you for asking, Moses. Hotbox, how you doing, bro? Thank you for being here. Joey, what up, fool? Dude, I didn't go to Disneyland, and I'm super hyped. I was supposed to go to Disneyland yesterday, right when I got off the plane, but my nephew got a fever, so my sister canceled, and my girl was like, do you want to go without them? And I was like, fuck no, it's gonna be 100 degrees. I'm super tired. I'd rather just go home and chill with you guys and just, that's it. I don't want to have to do Disney things. I'm already exhausted, you know? So I didn't go to Disneyland. Brandon, how was the Colorado trip? Colorado was successful. I did a lot of healing while I was there. Surprisingly, I went there for a business trip, but I came back, I wouldn't say healed, but I did a lot of healing while I was there. And I'll get into that a little later, so thank you for asking. Colorado was nice. I got a lot out of it. Not only as far as work goes, And not only as far as like work goes, I got a lot out of it, but I got a lot out of it as far as like as far as life goes. It gave me some good perspectives, and I came back in a very good mood. So I'm grateful for that. So now Ben asked, dude, it's so hot that I'm not crying. I swear I'm not crying. I already cried enough today. Um, Sweat's getting into my eyes. It's so hot. What smoked good on my work trip? So I had a couple cigars. I brought 14 cigars, one for each day. Didn't smoke 14 cigars. There was no way. I hope that's not a tunnel. So I smoked on my trip. I smoked the Opus X Belicoso, thanks to Dom. Cigars Worthwhile. Thank you, bro. I smoked the Opus Lost City from Cigar Collective. Peter, thank you. What else did I smoke? I smoked the Atabe and Místicos, I think it's called. And that was great. That was probably my favorite one out of the whole trip. What else? And then, did I smoked more than, oh, the one on the Ritual, the Lampert. What's up, fool? What up, Sosa? How you doing, bro? How you doing, Sosa? What up, fool? What happened? I know she's talking to me. I think I only smoked like 4. I don't know. I honestly forgot what I smoked. Yeah, dude. Honestly, those are all really good sticks. But my favorite was the Atabe. Oh no, I'm lying, dude. You know what I like better than the Atabe? Fucking. I'm gonna be honest, dude. La Imperiosa, I fucking loved. Fucking loved La Imperiosa. That blend is such a good fucking blend. From Crown Heads. Okay, I think it's like a Habano wrapper with Nicaragua binder and filler. Usually I that wouldn't really like tickle my balls, but just by reading it, oh, Habano, cool, Nika, all right. Nah, man, that thing hits. That's such a good cigar. I would have never have known if I didn't smoke it. And it was in the double Robusto. Perfect for Tola. I love a double Robusto. So thank you, Peter, for La Imperiosa. I think I have another one too. I do. I'm pretty sure I do. I'm gonna smoke that one too. Not today, but that was my favorite of the trip. And today I am smoking the God of Fire KKP Reserve Special Release 2020. Some Prometheus action for today. Anything on YouTube? So yeah, no Disneyland. And then Moses asks, Moses Lauren, how was the first smoke in the Rockies? I bet that shit hit like a truck. Not at all. Not at all. First smoke was fine. Second, third, fourth, fifth, all fine. Didn't hit me at like, they were fine. I didn't feel any difference. I was working. I wasn't tired. Like, the only difference I felt is when I came back. My girl's all like, do you feel the difference in the air? And then right when she said that, I was taking a deep breath. And dude, that's what I said on the Ritual. I was all like, it's because I'm so tall. I'm already used to the altitude. So I don't know if you're calling back my joke, but yeah, Ben, you hit the money. You beat me to it. But when I came back, the air that I was breathing right now, I'm not even thinking about it, but it's normal. But when I first came back, it was heavy. The air was heavy. It was like, it wasn't hard to breathe, but it was a lot heavier, if that makes any sense. So I was just like, interesting. It just felt heavy when I was breathing here, coming back from there. But cigars were fine. I didn't have any trouble. It didn't hit me like a truck or anything. My first meal back. My first meal back I posted it on my IG. Mariscos el Barracuda. El Barracuda. So I just call it Barracuda. That fucking truck, bro. I've been going to that truck for a few years now. I found it like kind of during the pandemic. Ended up being a really cool guy that owns it. Angel, shout out to Angel. He's that his dad is from the same part of Mexico that my mom is from, Baja California, Ensenada. So we kind of clicked on that. Bro, such a good truck. Really good mariscos. So what I ordered yesterday was raw shrimp ceviche. Then we had aguachiles, the red aguachiles, which is what up, puto? Which is raw shrimp as well. Just like a spicy raw shrimp. I got something called a kimura. He calls the kimura, which is, again, this is all from Barracuda, the truck, the seafood truck that I go to. It's like a spicy crab tostada with chunks of tuna on top of like raw tuna. Super good. It's like a ceviche slash sushi tostada. Super bomb. And then I had to obviously spend time with my family. So I said family first, then Barracuda. Today, same thing. I went to go visit my family, my mom, my sisters, my nephews, my niece. I took my baby. I want to go visit my dad. And then I want to go visit my mom. And then right after that, Barracuda. Family first, then Barracuda. In that order. So it's been 2 days in a row for me. That was my first meal back, is some bomb-ass fucking ceviche, bro. Super good. And I was thinking about it too. When I was over there, I was like, damn, Barracuda's going to be so bomb when I get back. And I'm glad I did. I was happy. Now, the first and last time I've ever had a God of Fire, that shit gave me the Bee Gees. And I'm only this far into it, and that shit's already kind of hitting that same effect. Some bullshit. What do you got, Sosa? What do you got on your fucking a soccer ball tattooed on your leg? No, it's not a soccer ball. This is a 69 party on my leg. I don't know if you can see that. It's a 69 party. A soccer ball. I did play soccer for 10 years though. I played soccer from 5 to 15. I was never super good at soccer. I was okay. And then when I got to high school, I just stopped playing soccer. I didn't have the grades for it, so I was like, fuck soccer. I can still play, but I'm not that good at it anymore. Oh, I'm gonna chill off of this for a little bit. It could be because I just ate too, which is raw seafood. But that cigar, I don't know what is it about with me and God of Fire blends. That shit hits the Bee Gees, bro. That is so hot. Sosa said dope. 69 party, bro. And this one is also courtesy of the Cigar Collective. So, thank you, Peter. Yeah, man. I'm very happy to be back. I don't know if I was homesick. But I came back with a lot more perspective from being away for 2 weeks from my family, my loved ones in general. So I am very happy to be back. It's super hot in LA, but born and raised here, you know, so fuck it. I should be used to it. Yeah, being away would make me think of like little things would trigger memories. And it was weird because while I was out there, a lot of things were synced up. Like, you know, when you just talk to your friend and you're talking about something and then you guys see something that you're like, what the hell, we were just talking about that. A lot of that was happening during this trip when I was talking to my friend. It's like we're in a movie or something, you know? Or it's not a coincidence. We're probably just synced up, you know? Things line up. Could be the law of attraction. You talk about something, you're more likely to see it. Kind of like if you get a car, you buy a car, and then you start noticing a lot more of those cars. You've never noticed them before, but now that you have one, you see them everywhere. You're like, what the hell? What's going on? A lot of that was happening, you know? But I saw it as this is where I'm supposed to be right now. This is what I need from me right now in order for me to move forward. So I had to get away for a little bit to kind of bring me back to where I'm supposed to be, to where I'm supposed to head to. That's how I see it. That's how I took it, you know? So I'm happy to be back with that perspective. It was a little spicy on the retro. Fork. I should have waited, or I should have bought my case earlier. God damn it. Yeah, I was correct. I just fucking... This is a brand new phone, dude. Just fucking chipped the corner of it. Alright. Fuck it, man. I'm holding the phone for the rest of the stream. Fuck that. I'm not dropping this shit again. So on Instagram, there's probably a better view. Yeah, it was brand new. Yeah, this shit got fucking dented. Whatever, man. My shit's coming in tomorrow. I just gotta make it last till tomorrow. Till I get a case. I shouldn't be tripping that much. I mean, it's a phone. I was upset for like a split second, but I'm like, what do I expect, you know? I'm out here. It's a little windy. I'm propping it up against this rock. Yeah, it doesn't have a case. Against this rock ashtray. Like, what did I think was gonna happen, you know? Yeah, Ugo, my case is coming in tomorrow. Go figure. A day late, a buck short. Okay, so like I said, I did a lot of what I feel like was a lot of healing. I did a lot of healing while I was in Colorado. I'm gonna try to put it right here so I'm looking at the same direction the whole stream. It's kind of uncomfortable, but whatever, man. And what I mean by that is, like I said, a lot of things were like synced up. A lot of what people would call coincidences were happening. And I took them as signs as I'm going toward the right direction. I needed to step away for a minute, for a couple weeks, to come back with a new perspective. And the last day that I was working there, I'm trying to think. Burning Time says that sounds like Colorado was what was needed. That's legit, bro. I'm happy for you. Definitely. Definitely. I'm trying to see what would be better. God damn it. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm just trying to figure shit out on this Mickey Mouse operation. I hear my baby in there. I don't like that angle either. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that angle. None of these angles are hitting. Whatever. As I was saying, sorry about that. Ruining the flow of the show. So I was on the last day there, working, driving to our first job. And I was talking to my friend. He has another helper in the back, a stranger to me. What up, Johnny? What up, Foo? Thank you for tuning in, bro. Johnny OCD. So yeah, we're driving there, and then I see Kurt. What up, man? What up, fool? We're listening to the radio, and then Donald Fagen, a song by Donald Fagen comes on. I know who that is. I know my friend doesn't know who that is. And I'm a fan of Donald Fagen. All right, Ben, thank you. And I'm a big fan of Donald Fagen and his work. So I always like to quiz my friends on music, like, what band is this guy from? He's like, I don't know. I was like, well, listen to the music. Don't close your eyes because you're driving, but don't even look at the name. Just listen to the music, listen to his voice, and try to guess what band he's from, just based off of the influence, you know, like, he's the songwriter and the singer for that band, so take a guess, if you would have to guess. He didn't really know, and then he's like, well, my gut's telling me Steely Dan. I was like, exactly, you got it right. So then my brain started like turning, it's going through some files, you know, how your brain does. I thought, all right, Donald Fagen, Steely Dan. Steely Dan makes me think of that there's a special on Netflix. It's called Oh Hello on Broadway. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. It's a great fucking comedy Broadway show. I'm not one for Broadway, but if I was, that's number one for me. Hamilton can kiss my ass. Oh Hello on Broadway. The best Broadway show, in my opinion. And I haven't seen many, so don't take my word for it, take my word for it. I think you'll enjoy it. I enjoy it a lot. I've seen that special more than like probably 10 times. You know, I'm a big fan of it. It's with John Mulaney and Nick Kroll, and they play a pair of old friends, George St. Geeglin and Gil Faison. Amazing, amazing Broadway show. So on there, what up, High Roller? How you doing, bro? So in that, they cover a Steely Dan song called FM, but they tweak up the words, and they go and one of the lines is cocaine. We both like to do cocaine. So then it got me thinking about Coke. So it went from Steely Dan, no, it went from Donald Fagen to Steely Dan to Oh Hello to Coke. And then when I thought about cocaine, I thought about how my sister, so I have two older sisters. I'm the youngest male, two older sisters. And I thought about how my sister, one morning or one day at my mom's, when we used to live with my mom, she found an empty baggie of Coke. And then she took it to my dad. She's like, hey, I found this. I'm pretty sure that Enzo, well, in my middle, they call me by my middle name, so I'm pretty sure that Gudiel is using, you know? So then my dad called me over and he had like a whole talk with me saying like, hey, Karina brought this to me. And in my head during the time, this was years ago. I don't know how long ago it was, but it was a long time ago. During that time, obviously I was like, you fucking snitch, you know? Like, fuck, man, she burned me out. How dare she? She's my sister. How could she do such a thing to her brother? You know? That was my mindset back then. Don't worry about that, Sosa. You're all good, bro. Just thank you for tuning in for the little bit that you did. If you're in and out, don't trip, bro. I appreciate the support. I appreciate the support either way. So that's how I thought when I was younger, you know? I didn't resent her for it, but I was like, that's fucked up. Why would you fucking go to dad with a baggie of Coke that I had? And it was like just residue because I did it all, you know? So I was like, that's fucked up. Why would you do that? Just come to me and talk to me. Don't go snitching to dad. That's how I thought, you know? But obviously during that moment where I went from Donald Fagen to Steely Dan to Oh Hello to Coke to when my sister told on me, I thought back at that. And I said, wow, my sister did something out of concern and out of love toward her brother. She was concerned for her brother that she loves. She went to my dad so my dad can talk to me, talk some sense into me. It didn't work at the time, you know? It didn't work at the time. I still did my thing for a long time. I was just mad that she did that. Not at her. I didn't hold a grudge against her, but I was like, you fucking, why would you do that? But it made me very grateful for my sister, for her to do that. It made me very grateful that I had a sister that cared for me that much and loved me that much to say, hey, this isn't right. I'm concerned for my brother. I want to help him, and this is the way I know how to help him, is to report this to my father. And I was like, wow, that's I was grateful for that, you know? And then I realized I've never thanked her for that. I've never said thank you for that, you know? Instead of being mad at her, I should have thanked her that whole time. Like, hey, thank you for doing that. So I told myself, like, I need to talk to her and I need to thank her. And I told my friend that whole process in my mind. I was like, man, it's so crazy what music can do, you know? It's so crazy how music can trigger a thought and an emotion. And that's why a lot of us love music, you know? A lot of us can relate to music that way. Not only because it's fun, not only because we like to dance, we like the beats, the composition of the song, but it can also trigger some emotions that we can all relate to. What up, Gabe? And I thought how crazy how like music can do that. So I told my friend about it. I was like, dude, it's crazy how music can like trigger such strong emotions. Because I went from Donald Fagen to Steely Dan, from Steely Dan to Oh Hello, from Oh Hello to Coke, from Coke to that situation I had with my sister and my dad, from cocaine to being grateful. And I had such like, I don't know if anyone's ever felt this, but like such an overwhelming, and I use that word for this situation, an overwhelming amount of gratitude. Yeah, sis, I'm on YouTube. Blues Traveler. Just wait, listen to it sometime, fool. I think you'll dig it. For sure, bro. Thank you, Hotbox. Um, so I told him that, how it broke down, and like, I don't know if anyone's ever felt it, but just like an overwhelming amount of like gratitude. Like if you feel your vibration is rising. I don't know, I'm sure I'm not the only one that's ever felt that. When you feel so grateful that there's something, some chemical thing that happens in your body, you feel in your body that you're just like, holy shit, it puts you in a really good mood. Like, I'm so grateful, not only for what my sister did in that moment, but for my life, for my daughter, for my girlfriend, for my mom, for my sisters. Not only the one that did that, but my older sister as well, the oldest one. And it made me very grateful for the women in my life for whatever reason. It just filled me with an abundance of gratitude. And I was like, holy shit. And my friend was like, that's not crazy and it's not a coincidence. You know, like, you're where you're supposed to be for this to happen. And then right after that great feeling, just like this, literally just like this, attached to that feeling was a whole lot of pain. So much pain that I was feeling that I started crying on my way to the job. And I was trying not to, dude. I was trying so hard. I was fighting it. But I couldn't understand why there was so much pain attached to such a good feeling. I couldn't understand it. I started to cry. Tears would come out one by one. I had the sniffles, and I was trying to hide it, so I turned my head to the window, being a passenger princess that I am. Shout out to Hugo. What's up, Sal? How you doing, bro? So I turned my head over to the window out of the car and like kind of like wipe some tears out of my face. Try to wipe them. Try to make it not obvious that I'm crying. But my friend could hear me sniffling, and he's just telling me like, it's okay, bro. It's okay. You don't have to fight it. Stop fighting it. You're in pain. Let yourself be in pain. And I didn't want to. The only reason I didn't want to let that happen was because we had like a helper in the back, and this guy doesn't even know me. He's like, why the fuck is this fool fucking big ass fool? He's a young guy. He was like 21. He's like, why is this older big ass dude crying in the front seat right now? You know? And I didn't understand why there was so much pain attached to such an amazing feeling of gratitude. Yes, sir. CEO Baller Cigars. My sweet ritual is back. Yes, sir. Got the God of Fire KKP Special Reserve 2020. How you doing? So I didn't understand it, but then it kind of came to me. There was this other thing too the day before. This cigar, the last God of Fire, the first and only God of Fire I've had prior to this, gave me the Bee Gees. It gave me the bubble guts. And I literally halfway through the cigar, I ran to the bathroom and just fucking exploded. And then I came back and I finished it, and then felt sick. This one started to give me that in the beginning, but it settled down now. Why God of Fires have that effect on me? No idea, but it did in the beginning. Yeah, it's the nicotine, that natural diuretic. But for some reason, God of Fire, it's what does it to me. He said, I love a mid-cigar blowout. Yeah, man, it humbles you and it cleanses you, you know, like it cleans your system. Using a cigar as a detox. But it is an enjoyable cigar. It's nice on the palate. The retro has some spice, which I'm not mad about. I can take it to a certain amount, you know. Colonics would go the way of the dodo if people just smoked strong cigars. Crappy. Yeah, man. That's a very nice. And then Sal says, "That's a very nice cigar, bro. Glad that you experience love and gratitude through your own efforts. Sometimes tears are beautiful and release things no longer serving you of a higher purpose." Definitely, Sal. Thank you. And but I wanted to fight those. I didn't really want to do it there. But sometimes you have no control of what you're feeling or when it comes to you when you feel that way. And that was the case for me. And then I thought about it. Why was I feeling this way? Why was there so much pain attached to such a good feeling that I just had? It went from my vibrations being very high, felt very good, to the point where something happened in my body where I had like a little rush of adrenaline because I felt good. And I was like, whoa, this is weird. And then immediately after that, pain and tears. And I was thinking to myself, why can that be? And then the day before, like I say, a lot of like coincidences. No, this is not about the blowout. No. That's funny, the perspective that you have. You missed like a whole big chunk of the I'm talking about Colorado, and then cigar talk in the middle. So the day prior to that, I was in Colorado. I was working, and we were doing resurfacing tubs, tile, countertops, sinks. So resurfacing that. So I'm working with a lot of porcelain. And I remember this song by a guy called Glitterer. He's the singer from Title Fight, the bassist, and one of the singers from a band that I really like called Title Fight. I'm a big Title Fight fan. So his solo project is called Glitterer. And in Glitterer, he has this song called Saint Ignatius, Troubled, and I forget the whole song. The title, it's a weird title. But it's called, the beginning is called Saint Ignatius. And in that song, it talks about porcelain. So the lyrics are, I started to floss upon my dentist's request. I figured that they know what's best. Every night, my gums are crimson red. So he's talking about how he has to floss and how he's bleeding. So he goes, spitting blood on the porcelain. So as I'm scrubbing the porcelain, I'm singing the song in my head. Like spitting blood on the porcelain, spitting blood on the sink again. And then he says, you have to hurt to heal. So he says, you have to hurt to heal. It's been said, so now I am spitting blood on the porcelain. So I had that song in my head while I'm scrubbing porcelain. And then that line, and we drove past a church or a school. I think, it was a high school. It was called St. Ignatius. And I told my homie, I was like, dude, how crazy that we just saw that St. Ignatius place, school that I've never seen in my life. I've only known St. Ignatius from that song. And we just passed by it after I thought about that. And he's all like, it's not a coincidence, you know? I was like, what do you mean? And then later it made sense because, no, I didn't spit blood on the porcelain. I was actually fucking bawling on porcelain. I was crying on porcelain, which is crazy. But, so the next day I had that whole realization and I was like, why am I feeling that way? Why is there so much pain attached to this good feeling? And then that lyric came back to me. That lyric came back to me where it says, you have to hurt to heal. And I was like, oh shit. That's why I'm crying right now, because I'm healing. I'm fucking healing, you know? You have to hurt to heal. That's why there was so much pain attached to such a good feeling of gratitude. And then that put me in a very good mindset of, fuck, I miss my mom. I miss my sisters. I miss my daughter. I miss my girl. Pain is the price. Yes, sir, Dylan. And that's another connection. That's a song that I sing on from the band I was in with his brother. Pain is the price. So it was a crazy trip, man. I came back with so much gratitude, and like I needed that. You know, like I said, I did a lot of healing while I was over there in Colorado. And it took me like the last day of work, because we worked so hard and long days and burning each other out, that I had that realization. So I came back, I settled in, say hi to my loved ones. Today I went to my mom's, my sister was there, and I texted her when I had that thought, when I was crying in the car. I texted her and I told her, hey, next time I see you, remind me, and I put in quotes, Steely Dan. She's like, okay. That's weird, okay. So I saw her today with my mom and my sisters. Everyone was there. My nieces, my nephew. And she goes, so Steely Dan. And I'm like, oh, fuck. So I go ahead and grab napkins, and right away I just start crying, you know? I'm like, I'm going to let you know now I'm going to cry. And I did. I cried a lot. And I was able to thank my sister for, she might not even have known, but something that she did out of love, out of concern for her brother, impacted me now. Something that she did years ago out of love, out of concern for someone that she loves, impacted that person today in a big way. So I thanked her for doing what she did, and I thanked her for this perspective that she gave me today. So this is just a reminder, man, just to keep acting with love, keep acting with care for the people that you love and care for, because you don't know the impact that thing is going to have on them. Maybe not now, years down the line, that's going to benefit them in such a good way. Because I came back with an abundance of gratitude for my life and the people in my life. And I'm thankful for her for having that connection, you know, how crazy, from Donald Fagen to how my brain worked to boom. The signs I was seeing around the whole song and the school, and just to realize that I am healing and it hurts, you know? Let me get to some comments now. So Ben says, when I feel like that, it's because the vulnerability that you may ever potentially lose what you're so grateful for. To me, it's my parents, my dogs, older family, and friends. Yo, what's up, DC? What did you miss? I'm just talking about my trip, bro, from Colorado, and how Colorado really. I came back from Colorado with. I did a lot of healing in Colorado. I did a lot of healing there. And I'm just sharing how that became to be. If you came in a little bit in the middle of it, I mean, it's on YouTube. You could probably just go back to it, or it'll be on Instagram. If you want to hear the whole story, it gets. I mean, I talk about the cigar in the middle of it, so it's all over the place. But the bottom line is, I did a lot of healing in Colorado, and I explained how I got to that point there. Pain is the price. And I love you too, Dylan. Dylan's my. I've known Dylan for probably his whole life. Dylan is my brother. Dylan's one of my brothers, man. I moved into the apartments where he lives when I was 4 years old. I became friends with his older brothers, best friends with his older brothers. We've known each other ever since, and then Dylan was born. And I've known him his whole life, I think. And he is one of my brothers. So I love you too, Dylan. You know that, man. And he's young, but he's so wise, and he's so loving for his age. He's in his 20s, but man, he has like so much. He's so smart, so wise, so much love that kid has in his heart. And he reminds me a lot of me. He reminds me a lot of me when I was younger, because he was the youngest and I was the youngest, and I was a crybaby. I still am a crybaby. I cried a lot today. And then I remember I would see him crying as a little kid because he was getting picked on by his brothers and stuff like that, and he would cry, just like I would cry. And I told him, don't worry about it, man. I know you're sad now, but later you're going to grow up. You're going to be the biggest one. You're going to outgrow everybody, and they're not going to be able to bully you anymore. Sure enough, that fool grew taller than all those motherfuckers, you know? They don't bully him anymore, I don't think, because we're older now and we're not little fuckers anymore. But I remember that. I remember seeing a lot of me in Dill. I see a lot of myself in Dylan. And yeah, I love you too, bro. You know I got a lot of love for you. You're one of my brothers. And I got a lot of love for you in my heart, man. If you need anything, you know I'm here for you. Let me get to YouTube comments real quick. What up? What up, James? LOL, because if you did, you think you were inhaling the fume. Yeah, dude, those fumes, B15? Does anyone ever work with B15? That shit's fucking gnarly, bro. B15, B15. That shit is fucking gnarly. That shit burned my skin. And if you breathe it, oh, bro, you cannot breathe. That shit is lethal. B15 is no joke. And then, Sal says, I have a bunch of dislocated ribs and they hurt so that I can heal. Yeah, bro, you have to hurt to heal, dude. Oh, Sal. CEO Baller Cigars says, the new logo is baller, bruh. Thank you, bro. Thank you. And he also says, I see a lot of me in you too, my young Padawan. Yeah, man, we're all connected, bro. We all have similar things we go through. We're all human, you know, so we can all relate to each other. We're all connected in some way. The thing that connects us is cigars. And cigars bring up conversations like this. At least to me, they do. And these are conversations that everyone can relate to. And that maybe somebody needs to hear. right now, you know? And if I can let someone know that hey, they're not alone with what they're going through and it can affect them in a positive way, then I've achieved what I'm trying to achieve with the ritual. Is to affect somebody's life in a positive way, whatever way that is, you know? That's why I started the ritual. I started off because it's something that I wanted for myself, for me to have these reflections and for me to have these conversations with myself. But if they can help someone else in the process, then I've done a good thing. And I'm happy about that. Yes, God of Fire, KKP, special release 2020 for today's smoke. All right, now that we got a lot of the reflections and stuff like that, let's fucking kick it, guys. It looks like a Rocky. Back to the band. This looks like a Rocky 1992. Oh, Rocky Patel 1992. Yeah, I just put the bands, the KKP bands on the Rocky. Mira nomás, KKP. Yes, sir. Burning Time on Instagram says, being vulnerable is okay. It's one of the bravest things we can do. Definitely. I don't know if I see it as a brave thing for me. I just feel like this is something that my conscience tells me. No mames. It's something that my conscience tells me to do, you know? To speak of these things. And it's not a negative thing. I'm not like... A lot of people correlate the ritual with, oh, he talks about the problems in his life. It's not necessarily what I want the ritual to be. I don't just want to be on here and talk about my problems. I'm just talking about my journey. My journey of healing, my cigar journey. I started smoking cigars so that I could reflect, have the time to myself, to set time to myself, to start thinking back on things and reflect on my life, to move forward with my life. So that's what I want the ritual to be. And I want people to feel free to hop on to the live stream and speak about these things. Or just shoot the shit with me, you know? How they can relate. I get people sending me messages of how they relate and how cool it is that I'm speaking about these things, you know? But it is also a cigar live stream. So it's not necessarily me wanting to talk about my problems, it's just whatever's on my mind at the time, you know? We are all one. Yes, sir. How you doing, Dom? John, Crazy Gringo Cigars, what's up, my boy? Haven't seen you in a minute, dude. Hope you're doing good. Hope Miami is treating you well. I just came back from my trip from Colorado. Business trip. Now I'm smoking the God of Fire KKP special release 2020 thanks to the Cigar Collective, Papa Peter. On YouTube, JD, Mira Nomás, CEO Baller Cigars, No Mames. I'm probably blocking the mic. That's probably what I was doing. I was probably blocking the mic. Yeah, I was blocking the microphone with my finger. Thanks for letting me know. Let me know if it got better. And then Moses Lauren on YouTube says, reflecting on family stuff can be a very powerful thing. Being able to talk about your perspectives on those things with the people you love and grow together is a great feeling. Definitely, man. Yeah, I was blocking the mic with my finger. My bad, bro. This is a new phone, so still getting used to it. Definitely, Moses. I needed to have that moment with my sister and genuinely thank her to her face, look her in the eyes and tell her thank you. Something that you did a while back, years ago, out of love impacted me today and put me in such a good, grateful mindset that I needed. So I had to give her that thank you, give her a big hug, kiss on the cheek, embraced it, and give those people the thanks that they deserve. And it is very powerful. It's very powerful. CEO Baller says, I correlate the ritual with a total badass smoking baller cigars. Cha-ching! Hell yeah, bro. Saljenko on YouTube says, Enzo sharing heavy things with a heavyweight cigar. My man is not playing around, doing it right. Thank you, Sal. I appreciate that, man. Going caseless on a phone is brave. Bro, you just missed it. I just dropped my phone. See that? I just dropped it today. During the live, it fell. So now I'm holding it on my hand because I'm not trying to let this fall. My case is coming in tomorrow. So as brave as it is, a day late and a buck short. Yeah, I'm going raw. I'm going raw, Sal. And then Cigars Worthwhile on Instagram says, the homie Dom, I'm good, big bro. Glad to hear from you, cut. Forget about it, cut. The Ritual logo is fire. Let me get into the Ritual logo. I'm glad everybody likes the logo. I'm glad people think that the logo is cool. I was messing around with like the Meta AI on Instagram so many times. I had to restart. And that's one of them that it crapped out. I'll get into that right now, DC. I hear you, bro, loud and clear. To where I had to restart, and I started off with like, all right, make me a cherub logo that says the Ritual. I started crapping some out, and I go, add a cigar. And then I started to go add bowling, add Muay Thai. I started adding like bowling, Muay Thai, cigars, the Ritual, cherubs, and it came out with some crazy shit that I was like, dude, this is way too much going on. But I wanted like a bunch of stuff that I like in it. But then I remembered, hey, I'll try to change it, and it says, oops, I can't do that. So I have to restart. All right, now I got to restart. Make a cherub logo that says the Ritual. Add a cigar. Do this, do that, do this, do that. Dude, I tried to go cherub smoking a cigar. It says I can't do that. So I was all like, it sounds like a logo bowl at Chipotle. So it's like, oh, there's a lot of things that the AI was like, I can't do that. I was like, all right, make a logo with me, with my face, with cherubs around and a cigar. And it did it, but it made me look like a leprechaun. And I was like, why is it giving me like yellow stuff, green. Like, gave me like a green hat, a green blazer. I was like, why do I look like a fucking leprechaun? So I got rid of that one. And then I just went back to like whichever one looked decent, and I chose it. And I was like, whoa, there's a lot of things I don't like about the logo, but at least they got the spelling right. Because a lot of the times the AI wouldn't even get the spelling right. It'll spell Ritual kind of weird. And then it'll also add other shit that made no sense. Just like text that had nothing to do with anything I was talking about. So this one ended up being the simplest and the closest thing to what I wanted. And I was just going to use this logo as a for now until it hits the mark of exactly what I wanted. But the feedback that I got on it, everyone's saying, oh, it's a cool logo. It's really dope. So I was like, well, fuck it. I might as well just keep it if people really fuck with it. And it is simple. I didn't like the cigar that it looks like a blunt instead of a cigar. It's just like a fucking blunt. You can barely see it in the logo. So some things I don't like about it. I don't like that it's all gold. It makes it seem like, I don't know, douchey in a way. Like, I don't know. I wasn't a huge fan of the logo. But since everyone's fucking with it, I was like, I mean, who am I to push against what people are liking, you know? If you guys fuck with it, then fuck it, I'll just stick with it, you know? But I appreciate all the cool feedback. And then definitely, and then when DC Sips and Sticks made that intro, I was like, dude, that's crazy that you can make that logo wink and stuff like that. My mind was blown. I was like, I don't even know how you can do that. That's fucking crazy, and that's really cool. So then I was earlier today trying to figure out how I can use that intro. So I went to StreamYard and I was trying to figure it out, and I was trying to link up StreamYard with Instagram, but you can't read the comments, and there was like a bunch of other shit, and I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna have to figure out how to do this for the next time. So I will get that intro on YouTube. Probably not Instagram, but it'll probably be on the YouTube one next week. I'll figure out how to do that. I'll ask friends how to do that. And then we'll go from there. And I'll start streaming on StreamYard. I think I have to purchase StreamYard actually. I have to buy the StreamYard thing to do all those things. To have my logo on there and stuff like that. So I have to purchase StreamYard. And I was like, I'm not about to do all that right now, right before the fucking show. I'll just figure it out later. I just got back yesterday from Colorado. I'm not trying to do all that fucking... Just put in the effort right now. Call me lazy, call me whatever the fuck you want. I just wasn't down to do it. So yeah, thank you guys for all the cool feedback on the logo. I'm glad you guys like it. I do think it fits the aesthetic of the ritual pretty well, what I was trying to go for. It didn't nail it in my opinion, exactly what I was going for, but then again, I mean, it's an AI. Like, it's not gonna do exactly what's on my mind, you know? And I can't do any of that as far as graphic designing goes. My girl says you need to post that. I'm not posting that one. I hear her laughing in the house. But yeah, thank you everybody for the positive feedback on the logo. I appreciate it. And thank you DC for making that intro. Super cool. Okay, I'm gonna open this up now. So if anybody wants to join the stream, feel free. Ugo says Enzo just use Peter's StreamYard like Roger does. So whoever wants to join the stream, feel free. Probably on Instagram since I don't have StreamYard hooked up to YouTube yet. If anybody wants to join the stream, go ahead and go to Instagram, hit the join, and then I'll accept your join. If whoever wants to shoot the shit, talk for a bit, hang out. Doesn't have to be deep, just to be us hanging out. Because I still have half a cigar left to go, and I have about 45 minutes to smoke it because I gotta get ready to go to work. I work at 5 o'clock today. That is in an hour and 15 minutes. So I gotta hurry the fuck up and smoke this cigar. Again, it's just an open invite. Nobody has to if they don't want to. Don't worry about it. I'm just extending an invitation to whoever wants to. Feel free to. Because I'm just going to be fucking chugging and smoking this damn cigar. I'm going to try to smoke it as fast as I can now. I ran a little bit of low on time today, so I got to do what I got to do. And then That window looks like you're in Colorado. That's what everybody was saying. That's funny because that's what everybody was saying about Colorado. It looks like I'm still home, but not Omar. Omar's all like, it looks like you're in Colorado. It doesn't look like you're home. Omar, do you remember when I pointed out that St. Ignatius school? I think it was a church or a school, a high school. I was like, oh, that's crazy. I was just thinking about that song. And then I started crying in your car as a passenger princess. Was that the next day after that? Or was it that same day where I pointed that out? Do you remember? Because I'm trying to get my thought process in order. I don't know if you remember. Well, I showed you that song by Glitterer. The one about the porcelain. The spitting blood on the porcelain. Same day, last job. Okay. So that's what happened. I was trying to figure out why I was in so much pain, and then when I saw the St. Ignatius, that's what happened. I remember that song, You Have to Hurt to Heal, and then I understood. That's why I was in pain. Because I knew I was in pain. You told me I was in pain. I didn't know why, though. Why so much pain was attached to such a grateful feeling. And then that made that whole correlation through that song and that school that we saw. And then it clicked. You have to hurt to heal. So I'm healing. He started feeling going to that first job at Castle Rock. Later that day, he saw the school. Yeah. Wonky burn line? Yeah, wonky burn line. Wonky burn line. I don't ever trip about that, though. I always touch up my cigars. I don't ever trip about that. I understand it's a handmade product. It could be just because I keep my cigars dry as fuck all the time anyway. It could be user error. That's just how I prefer to smoke my cigars. So I'm not ever afraid to give it a quick little touch up. Do what you gotta do. With what, the sirens? Peter, what up, bro? Take it easy. Oh, he's saying take it easy from using Peter's StreamYard? No, I'll get my own. I'll get my own. Nah, dude, freaking Colorado, especially where he lives downtown, it is fucking noisy, brother. Sirens all the time. It's live out there, bro. It's live. Like, fucking bunch of motorcycles, people popping wheelies everywhere. Bunch of classic cars with like broken lawnmower mufflers and shit, DC was the same. Yeah, it's just that city life, Anywhere there's a freaking city, a downtown, you're gonna have that type of environment. So it's getting there. It's getting there. The homeless issue is very bad in Colorado, especially where he lives. He lives. Also, JD, dude, he lives literally. You were telling me about Marcos. I literally could have showed you Marcos if I pointed at it in the live stream. So he goes to a shop called the Dab, and we can see that from his window. It's right next to the Dab. So the building is covering it, but it's right next to it. So we literally ordered a pizza, and he went to go walk to pick it up because it's right across the street from where he lives. Because he lives on Larimer. What did we do for fun while we were out there? I think, Moses, you're the one that told me that I should head to Red Rocks to have a cigar because that would be a dream. I wasn't able to do that. And I wasn't upset about it because I went for business. I didn't go for pleasure. So I wasn't really bummed out. I can always go back and go do like fun stuff. I think he said he wanted to go on a, what was it, Omar? A kayak or something like that. Go kayaking or river rafting, something like that. Do a bunch of hiking at the peak. There's like some stairs that you could do at the peak, or the incline, I think it's called. So there's a bunch of stuff that we didn't do because I went there for business. But what did we do there for fun? River tubing. I don't think it's a tube though. I don't think he wanted to do tubes. I think he actually he's done like where you have to paddle. I don't know if you have to paddle with the tubes too. I'm oblivious to all that stuff. But let me think of what would you white water rafting is, yeah, exactly. JD, that's exactly, he just commented on Instagram, whitewater rafting. You're right. Omar commented on Instagram, whitewater rafting, exactly when you type that into. So all I keep thinking about is a cherub doing Muay Thai with a cigar in his mouth. Dude, I'll send you the logos on Instagram. You're gonna be like, what the fuck is this? You're gonna laugh, bro. You're gonna be like, this is fucking wild. And I was like, these logos ain't it, bro. Like, it was funny, but I was just like, this ain't it. It ain't it. So I went with the simple one. Because like you said, bro, simpler is better. Less is more, you know? When in doubt, less is more. All right, what did we do for fun, Omar? We went bowling. We went bowling because I had to go bowling. I was like, I have to go bowling. When we were in Wyoming, I wanted to go bowling, but he was too tired, so I walked like 2 miles at nighttime because the bowling alley says they close at 1 a.m. So I left like around 11:30. It took me like 20 minutes to get there, walking 2 miles. Probably a little over 2 miles. It took me like 20 something minutes to get there. And when I got there, the bar was open, but I saw the lanes were shut off. And I walked in, and the bartender's like, "Oh, you're trying to bowl?" And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Yeah, it was dead, so we just turned off the lanes. You should call next time." I was like, "Next time? I'm not gonna fucking be in Wyoming, bro. It's my only night here. I'm only here for one night. A good time, not a long time." So I walked my happy ass right back another 2 miles. And I wasn't able to bowl in Wyoming. So then when we got back, I was like, we have to go bowling. So we went bowling. We did that for fun. We just went to go have dinner. Went to go have dinner a couple times. And that's all the fun that we had, bro, to be honest. And just smoking cigars. I smoked cigars on this balcony, and that's my idea of fun. Like I said, it was a business trip, so JD says that skiing, hiking, fishing, all S tier in Colorado. Yeah, we didn't have any free time. Omar said there was no free time, and he was right. There was no free time. We were just swamped with work. So JD says that skiing, hiking, and fishing is all S tier in Colorado. I'm not a fan of skiing. I'm not a fan of snow. I don't like snow activities. I suck at snowboarding. All I did was falling leaf the whole time, and I kept eating shit. And then when I start to go fast, I'm like, I don't like this, because I don't know how to control the board yet. So I was in Denver, downtown Denver. Um, but we worked in Colorado Springs. We worked in. I went to Aurora because it's all really close to there. Yeah, so I was falling leaf the whole time. And Sal, I didn't have that experience. Cigars didn't hit different for me for whatever reason. It just it didn't do it. I was expecting like to be more intense or hit a certain way. It was normal for me. I think it's just because I'm super tall. Um, and then Cigars Worthwhile on Instagram says, chilling with the bro is always a good time. 100% true, bro. It was so fun, and like I had a great time just hanging out with my homie. Even though we were working, even though he's an asshole when it comes to work, I knew that going into it. I'm also an asshole sometimes when it comes to work. So since I was under him, he was my supervisor. Yeah, he's an asshole. He knows he is, you know? So but outside of work, it's back to my brother, you know? And he is my brother. And it was great seeing him. He did a lot for me. He helped me out so much. He's a solid ass friend. And I'm very lucky to have Omar as one of my brothers. And he knows that. We were just two homies in an apartment chilling in their underwear. What the? But that's how it was sometimes. Because we'd have to go, and he's like, don't sit. We come to his apartment from work. He's like, don't sit on the couch. So he's like, when you come in, put your hat at the door. And then he's all like, put your shoes outside in the balcony. And then put your clothes in the washer. Like, don't let your clothes touch any of the furniture. So then I'm just in my underwear waiting for him to come out of the shower so that I can take a shower. So during the night, we're just two homies in an apartment in their underwear. And I kept singing that song. Two homies in an apartment in their underwear. Two homies in an apartment in their underwear. And that's what it was most of the nights, bro. Just two homies in an apartment in their underwear. It was gay as fuck. Beautifully said. And then Omar said that friends flake. That's true, bro. That's true. Friends do flake, but we're brothers, so we're there for one another. Moses on YouTube says, cool that you got some downtime though. Getting to try new food and smoking in a new place can be pretty nice. Yeah, it was, definitely. The food over there, in my opinion, was nothing special. We went to a Thai spot. It was mid-tier, you know? Moses? Yeah, bro, for sure. But the smoking experience there, I got to smoke really good cigars. And no, yeah, we didn't kiss. He didn't want to. We've been there, done that. Hugo. And yeah, there was not too much downtime, but the downtime we did have, we got to enjoy. We went to go eat Korean barbecue. We went to a Texas Roadhouse restaurant that's out there. We had dinner a couple times. We went to an Applebee's in Wyoming. Just chilled, man. Just enjoyed each other's company as brothers, you know? And then Crazy Ringo Cigars on Instagram says, real friends don't bail on you. They are there with you. So we had this like little insider, John, where we're talking about friends. Like, you guys are my friends. Like, Peter is a friend. I consider him a friend. But he flaked on me when I took a plane and a train to go see him. And then, they bail you out. Real friends bail you out. Okay. But those are my brothers, you know? So we had a joke like, yeah, friends flake, you know? Like, your homies will flake. But we're not homies. We're fucking brothers. So, I think Gabe on YouTube says, if you don't spoon with your homies, you're not homies. That's what I was trying to tell my boy, but he wasn't having it.
Enzo.
What up, John?
Yo, I just wanted to clarify that comment. Real friends don't bail you out because they're in jail with you, man.
Oh, that's what you were saying.
You kept trying to say it. I'm like, no, that's not what I'm trying to say. So I just wanted to clear that up.
Yeah, so real friends don't blame you out because they're in jail with you. Yep, exactly.
But anyway, man, I'm going to go back to enjoy my cigar lane to do your thing. Just wanted to clarify, but hope all's well, brother.
Fuck yeah, you got the Istanbul? Dale?
Yeah, the Istanbul. I'm late to the party. I know everyone was smoking this probably, 3 to 4 months ago, but I finally decided to open it up. Funny story with this. There used to be a Turkish restaurant right next to where my wife and I live called Istanbul, and it was a family-owned place that my wife's family was really close with the owner, and we actually had one of our wedding events there, but it closed down, so it's almost like a perfect homage to Hassan and his Istanbul, which was an amazing Turkish restaurant. So
nice. Yeah, I haven't had that cigar, and I don't think I probably will because it's super hard to get. So enjoy that, man.
Thanks, brother. Hey, enjoy the rest of your Sunday, man. Keep listening in, brother.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you.
How do I leave this? There we go.
You're still there.
I'm leaving.
There he is. The homie John, Crazy Gringo Cigars, popping in. Gotta love it. Yeah, so that's what he was trying to say. Like, the real homies can't bail you out because they're in jail with you. Yeah, ride or dies, dog. Ride or dies. And that's a lot of the relationships that I have with friends. Is that the friends that I have, we have like a special bond, you know, like that we're down for each other. And it's because I'm so down for my homies, and that's reciprocated. That we have a strong connection of brotherhood, friendship, regardless of what we've been through. Bad boys for life, that's right. That's why, like, if you're not talking to one of your homies, if you had a falling out with a friend, for whatever reason, man, like, just think about how much you've actually been through with that person, the bond that you guys really share. And what I say is, like, bro, aliens exist. It's been said already, you know, there's proof that aliens exist, so why are you holding on to a fucking grudge to your homie, you know? Just forgive, don't forget, but just forgive and treat that friend with all the love that they deserve from a brother, you know? Because at the end of the day, that's what we all are, man. We're all connected. We shouldn't be holding grudges. There should be no room in our hearts for grudges or hate or any of that. Just remind yourself all the things you've been through with your friends, you know? Because to me, friendship means a lot. My friends are my family. So that's how I treat them. I might not even be able to fucking finish a cigar. I have to leave in 20 minutes. And I'm not even ready. This is more than 20 minutes. I'm gonna smoke this on my way to work. That's what I'm gonna do. So I'm just gonna wait 5 more minutes to complete an hour and 30 minutes of the stream. Get ready for work, and I'm gonna fly over to the comedy club and clock in. Yeah, thank you everybody for tuning in, man. This was a fun one for me. I wanted to share what was on my mind, what was weighing heavy on me, my healing process, you know. And thank you everybody for their kind words, for relating, saying words that they can relate to, you know, for sharing those words. I appreciate it. Like I say, the ritual, that's what I want the ritual to be. It's a safe place for everybody, not just men, but everybody. Doesn't matter what you are. woman, man. Te la lavas. Always, bro. Always. Um, Alien. I want the ritual to be for aliens too, where aliens can feel comfortable to just shoot the shit. Well, that's another thing we did too. We watched like some comedy specials. Watched some Kill Tony. The new episode of Kill Tony is fucking great. The one with Nick Swartzen and William Montgomery. Really good episode of Kill Tony. Out there, we watched an episode that wasn't too great. And then we watched the new Joe Rogan special, which I thought was a good special. That one was funny. Even though we were so tired that we were knocking out while we were watching it. We're like, fuck. And then we'll wake up and be like, oh yeah, it's funny. But that was a good special. We saw the Bill Burr at Red Rocks because he's never seen it. So I was like, let's watch that one since we're in Colorado. Bill Burr did a special at Red Rocks, so let's watch it. We watched that one. We were gonna watch the Sam Morril one. You've Changed. We weren't able to though. We watched Bill Burr instead. But that's another good special. It's on Amazon Prime, so go ahead and watch that if you have the chance. You won't regret it. There you go. Badass cigar right now. At this point, really nice on the palate. And then not super smooth on the retro. There's still some spice, but it mellowed out a little bit. I don't know if you can tell, but nicotine's definitely hitting. I'm super chill right now. I'm like, damn. I'm fucking chilling, bro. On JD, Albert, what up, Albert? My bad, sorry I didn't see that. What up, dude? Albert Peña. And then JD says that there is a Turkish place near me, also called Istanbul, and it's fire. The only Turkish thing I can relate to is that one song. I think it's called Kiss Kiss. When I was younger, this shit was fucking popping. Does anyone know that song? It's a Turkish song, and then it goes like, I don't know how to speak Turkish, but it always goes like, kiss, kiss. It's a banger, but that's the only Turkish thing that I know. It's that song. I'm sure I'm not the only one that knows about that song. It was a banging ass song in America. But it's a Turkish song. And I've never had the Dale Istanbul. And I probably never will have the Dale Istanbul. And I'm okay with that. I'm grateful for what I have. I've been smoking really good cigars lately. Bangers. And I'm going to continue to do so. So I want to thank everybody for tuning into the ritual. I appreciate you guys giving me some time to join me, to reflect and get things off of my mind. I'm going to go ahead and finish this on my way to work. Still got about like 30 minutes of this. So I'll see you guys on the next one. And I appreciate everybody for tuning in, all right? Hope you all have a great Sunday, end of the week. And I start the week off strong. Thank you, everybody, and have a good night. Late.